Increase my sound here. Here we go.
Hey, so welcome everybody. Another one of these brief team sessions we do on Wednesdays after convocation. Today is going to be really brief. I just it's more about just wanting to make sure that people were aware of some resources that we had for writing manuscripts, writing journal articles, or if you're doing that kind of thing or doing research papers. We have access. It's actually the Jerry Falwell Library has built some writing guides for both AMA style and APA style. I just want to show you where you can find those and a couple different things you can do with them. If you haven't been to the medical library webpage in a little bit, we've worked on over Christmas updating it, so it looks a little different than it used to. Some things are just kind of rearranged. You still have some in search here, and you can still get to the full A to Z list or mobile medical apps or 25 Live. Those common databases that used to be at the bottom of the page are now here under available databases. And there's some Jerry Falwell Library resources under here. And you'll see there's a link to the AMA writing guide they did too. But I was going to show you, if you go to the course guides and textbooks, it's our LibGuide, but nobody knows LibGuide, so we call it course guides and textbooks. Under quick links on that first page, you'll find links here to the AMA writing guide and the APA writing guide, and clicking on these will take you directly to the LibGuide that JFL has built for this. And they're really brief, but it's really useful. It gives instructions for how to organize a paper, the MRAD form for introduction, methods, results, and discussion. There are tabs across the top, and again, you'll see this is for the 11th edition, so it's for the most up-to-date edition. It's got examples of style formatting. There's sample papers. There's a template you can use for non-structured or structured abstracts. There are examples of in-text citations for how to do that. There are sample papers. There's examples of what it'll look like when you're writing your paper, what your in-text citations will look like. There's also an example of a sample of a reference list for your document in AMA. So if you want to start from a sample or a template, you can use that. There's also resources I'm going to show you that you can use to actually just do it within Word, so you don't have to reference this so much. But there is this is available. I want people to know it's here. And then there's links for MPH if we have any MPH students. I guess they're not our students, but in the building, MPH students have a tab with some resources on public health databases, Prisma flow diagram for like doing systematic reviews and that kind of thing. And I know that it's mostly going to be probably Dr. Mental and Dr. Byler, but there's an APA writing guide, just like there's a writing guide for the AMA. There's an APA writing guide, and something I wanted to point out here. It's very similar. It's got links to the style website. It's got information on RefWorks, which I'm going to talk about before we finish today too. But it's got tabs for undergraduates and graduate students, and I'm thinking that. I know it's called our LUCOM. It's considered undergraduate medical education, but I think that the form they would use if they were writing a paper, they would use the formatting for graduate students. And there's examples. There's, again, just like an AMA for APA, there's a template paper or a sample paper. There's links here to the Online Writing Center if you want to go there for help, but it's just got examples of how you format the paper, your margins, headings. And it's got, just like it did for AMA, it's got examples of in-text citations, what they're going to look like, how you have to format them. And again, information on your reference page for what that should look like. There's a sample paper for that. And it's also got information on the formatting of what your reference lists will look like in an APA style guide formatted paper. And I've mentioned this before in other team sessions, but I figured it'd be good to mention this again because it'd be applicable to what we're talking about. You have access to the RefWorks Citation Manager. Liberty University purchases access to that resource. And there's a link under Jerry Falwell Library Resources on the main LUCOM library page to RefWorks. And if you click on this, it'll take you here where you can sign in. If you haven't ever used it before, you log in from my institution using Open Athens and you'll look for Liberty University. I've already used it, so I have a login for it. But so this is what RefWorks looks like on the web. This is what like the application on the web, and you can import your citations here. You can create bibliographies, and you can choose the style that you want to format things in. But there's also a plugin for Microsoft Word for RefWorks. And when you do install that, you'll find up here a ribbon that says RCM for RefWorks Citation Manager, and it opens this, it gives you this little button which opens up your side pane in of the document for your citation manager. So I can insert citations from here. I can turn my bibliography on. So as I write my paper and as I make citations, it's automatically creating a properly formatted bibliography for your paper, which is pretty cool. You can choose your citation style. So your citation style is already set for you. It's already set to AMA, but you can actually search for other styles here. Let's see if I can find, here we go. There's an APA. We probably don't use Chicago. I was a history major in undergrad, so that's what we use. But APA is here, so you can use the APA style. And it'll automatically change the format of your citations. And if you have your bibliography turned on, it'll automatically change the formatting for your bibliography into the APA style. So I want to make sure you guys know that was available. And also, like I've mentioned before in other team sessions about citations and managing citations and bibliographies and things, there is an application called Zotero, which is not purchased by the university, but it's actually a free and open source software application. I've already have it on my computer, but you can use it to manage your citations for whatever abstract, or if you're writing a paper, a manuscript or something, you can import your citations from different sources here, and it keeps all your information in a single project. But there's also a ribbon for Zotero, just like there is for RefWorks Citation Manager. It looks a little different, but when you click on it here, you'll add citations with this button here. You can add and edit. You choose your style. Obviously, we're not going to use Chicago style, but AMA is right there. American Psychological Association is right there. So if I choose AMA, it's automatically going to use that that style. And you can create a bibliography from here as well using Zotero. Within, you don't have to just use the application. You can actually use Zotero in the Word document. So that's basically what I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of. It's more just about awareness than it is about really anything technical. You can find those guides a couple different places. If you go to the new LUCOM library page and scroll down to Jerry Falwell Library Resources, you'll find a link to their AMA writing guide. You'll also find a link to their RefWorks instance. But if you go under our available databases of the LUCOM library for course guides and textbooks and click on that, under quick links is where you find that AMA writing guide and the APA writing guide. So that's all I really wanted to share today. I know it's not super in depth, but I just kind of want people to be aware that it's available, because I'm not sure sometimes that everybody is aware. So thank you for your time, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
Bye.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Thank you.